Population Dynamics by Crystal. Okay, so we currently have 7.3 billion people living on this planet. By 2050, we'll have 9 billion. That's crazy, right? So, our big question is it growing population?
I'm not gonna steal the show though.
With increased population, you have increased demand for manufactured goods, increased pollution, increased medical issues. There are lots of different things that are going to be a problem with increasing pollution. Yes, there are pros and there are cons, but overall, we have a lot of people and we don't know what to do with that. So, as the population continues to grow, we consume more energy, so we're going to need to switch to renewable energy sources, because eventually, energy is going to be gone. We kind of need energy to live.
Okay, we're demonstrating 3 different demographics from 3 different countries. The United States has a relatively stable population, right there. And that's because women have access to family planning and education, so it keeps the population from exploding, basically. Then you have, you're going to go to China. China currently has a decreasing population, and they're way below the world's population growth. And they have their one-child policy enact, which means that couples are supposed to have 1 child per couple. And they tend to tell their children to marry later in life, and they tend to favor the males. So that could lead to aborting children or putting in their daughters into foster care, adoption, or they can get into black market trade. And then we have Europe, which has a population that's declining because of women's rights. You have more education, contraceptives, which is an issue economically. So one of their best bets is to have immigrants come in and make the economy better.
And on the pollution side, top of the 3 places we have highlighted, the top one that pollutes the most is obviously China. Everybody knows China has bad air pollution, big main issue. You got a little image here of people walking around with masks on their face because particle matter in the air is so damaging to their lungs. And then we've got the United States, where almost 50% of the United States population lives in cities that have poor air pollution levels, which is causing health issues and problems with so then we have Europe. Europe's not too bad. Of all 3, Europe is not bad. Obviously Europe has their issues, everybody has their issues, but of the 3, Europe is not as bad as the others. And something I wanted to highlight is the top 5 communities in the United States that have the poorest air pollution are all in California. So that says something about where we live. So obviously when you have air pollution and population issues, you're going to have to enforce regulations, laws, things to try and stop it from getting worse. So in the United States, we have the Clean Air Act, we have the Clean Water Act, all these acts that are making an attempt to lessen the negative effects. And they are working slightly, but obviously we need to take more steps towards a better future.
So, solutions to the increasing world population vary from country to country. So there's countries like Ethiopia that should get access to women's education and contraceptives, but you also have European countries that have all this access, but not enough people. So one of their best bets, like I said, is to have more.
I think Darren asked this question. How many of you live in like Oxnard or Winnie?